Today I'm going to make a video that I feel like a lot of people, adults, I'm not talking about like kids because that's very obvious and it's very, like there's programs and everything, like that adults have to deal with that no one seems to like touch on, like adult bullies, people who will twist things, manipulate things to get their way. So what I'm going to talk about is like signs and then how to remove yourself from the situation, because everyone wants to lead a mentally healthy life. They don't want to lead a life where they're constantly battling like their own morals or anything else just to please like another person or people. So signs that I've noticed, because I've had to deal with it from a lot of sides, not just one particular person. This is not about a specific person. This is about people who I didn't even think were manipulative, and then one of my family members told me to take a step back and like think about it, and I was like, oh yeah, they're totally screwing me over. This is great. I love being played. One of the ways is that they do this is if you have your own family, or even if you're on your own, they're very adamant about how you should run your stuff. They'll try to tell you what you should be doing. Like if you have a day off and you want to knock out and sleep, you aren't a parent, because parents don't get that. But if you want to do something, they'll convince you that what you're wanting to do is wrong. And you're a grown up. If your bills are paid, you're fine. They'll also try to undermine things that you say. That's something that parents, I feel like, have to deal with. One big thing for me was how I chose to feed my daughter, how I choose to raise her. They'll definitely say little tidbits that make you just feel like, oh, am I less of a parent because of this? And no, you're not. Raise your kid how you want to raise your kid. If they're healthy and they're fed and they're watered, and do what you think is best. Don't listen to someone else. Make things your fault when something doesn't go their way. We had a situation, I want to say maybe a week ago. Izzy, hi. Yes, play with my makeup bag. About a week ago, where something didn't go someone's way. And this is someone we didn't think was manipulative and we should have seen the signs. Suddenly it's all our fault. And it had nothing to do with us. And that sucks because my husband and I don't think that we're horrible people. And they definitely tried to make us feel horrible, but we didn't. We're always going to be honest, 100%. Whether anyone likes it or not. This really should be tea, not coffee, since I'm spilling all the tea today. And it's frustrating to watch someone throw a temper tantrum because you don't think they're perfect. Get over yourself. You're a grown up. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. The kid's playing with my makeup bag over there in the walk-in closet. My husband's not perfect because he's out in the living room while she's in here bugging me. It happens. Just because someone isn't going to bow down to you and be like, oh yes, you are a great parent. You are a great person. You've done nothing wrong ever. Deal. I deal with it. I know I'm not perfect. Now he's crawling on the ground getting the baby. But it was just frustrating because this is someone we didn't think of as manipulative, but we should have seen the signs. This kind of goes along with that. Play victim. You know, as if their life was so perfect and everything was going perfectly, and then you showed up and ruined everything, and they played victim and martyr like nobody's business. Grow up. Blame substances or other people. Like, oh no, that wasn't me calling you all these names, that was the alcohol. Oh no, it was just because I was around this certain person that suddenly I found you a horrible person. Okay, or you have these thoughts in the back of your mind the whole time and use your crushes, people, or substances to say them. We're not stupid. We're not. We know that you've been wanting to say this stuff for a long time. Congratulations that you needed a substance or a person to say it. It doesn't make it any more right. It doesn't make you any less manipulative. Do the craziest things. Go way too far. Cross every single line that there was. And then just say a blanket, I'm sorry. What? You just crashed through so many barriers that we put up because there were lines that you don't cross. Albeit our children or comments on me and my husband's relationship or something like that. You don't cross those lines. But when they do, it's a big, oh, I'm sorry. And then they blame it on substances or people. No, stop. You just suck as a person and you're not helping my mental health. The ways that I have, and I know my husband has too, but he's not in here for me to speak on his behalf, so that's on him. That I have separated myself from that. I had to realize it. And for me, starting to get rid of the manipulation started because there's a person in my personal family that I'm done. Not healthy for my well-being, but I did that before our daughter was born. After our daughter was born, it was like a freaking light switch. Bam. We realized that we don't want her hearing the things that this person or people, and it was people, were saying to us. Because she deserves better. We can take it. Okay, we couldn't take it because, therapies told us that no, we weren't handling that well. We can handle it better, but our biggest fear is if someone said something to Izzy, the way that they would talk to us, that would break us. That would break our daughter. And we have to protect her with everything. So we had to talk. And for me, it was certain family members, and then, I'm not ashamed, therapy. Saying things that happened, and then having my therapist be like, and you didn't see a problem with this? That helped. Because I definitely was made to feel like it was all in my head, and I'm just crazy and a horrible person for not wanting to be around certain people. Realize that you deserve better. It's definitely easy for me to be like, my kid doesn't deserve this stuff. Forget you because my kid. But as a person, if you don't have kids, you deserve better. You don't deserve to be used. You don't deserve to have someone blame you for something that's not your fault. You don't deserve to walk in a room and have someone immediately start bashing you and you're like, what the heck? I just woke up. I didn't even do anything yet. You deserve better as a person and for your mental health. You do. This one's going to be really bad, and I know a lot of people that are going to be watching this are going to be like, you're talking about so-and-so. No, I'm not talking about a certain person. I've done this to multiple people. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Cutting off communication and cutting ties. This was the hardest for me, especially because, again, everyone's going to be like, oh, you're talking about so-and-so. No. A lot of people I've had to cut ties to, and it's because if I didn't, they would just drag me back in. And then when their life starts to go downhill, it'll be my fault. I'll be called names. I'll be this horrible person, and I deserve better than that. I don't ever deserve to have anyone call me names. Ever. No one does. So cutting off ties was hard. It was so hard, especially because of what I've lost. And what, again, I'm not speaking for him, but what my husband's lost because of it. We realize it. We get it. It sucks every day. But what we've gained is emotional well-being. We don't have to worry about walking into our kitchen and being called names. We don't have to worry about missing things. And We honestly are so much better off. And if you can't cut someone off permanently, don't even bother. There's no point. They'll just drag you back in. That's one thing with master manipulators. They're so good at dragging you back in, sucking you back in. They're all about it. You know, they see, oh, well, this person is starting to realize that I am completely controlling them and trying to run their life. Oh, they're about to leave. But they didn't cut me off on this thing. I can communicate with them on this thing. They'll suck you back in. You've just gotta do it. And if that person that manipulates you, you know, actually goes through steps, and this is actually my next thing, make them prove that they've changed. This one is really hard for me because the people that we've had to get rid of our lives don't seem to be willing to make that change. They don't seem to be willing to talk to someone. And I'm not saying like, oh, you need to go to a rehabilitation area and talk to a therapist all day and end up in a straitjacket. No, I just mean you've gotta make them prove to you that they're going to change. They're going to try to do better. And in my case, I have given so many chances that I don't want my daughter to have to go through that. I don't want her to ever say, well, so-and-so said this to me. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not something she should be saying to a baby. Therefore, in our cases, as far as me and my husband's, that's probably not going to happen. But in a few cases, yeah, change is totally possible, and with the right people around, it's amazing. However, a lot of cases, it's been too long, too much has happened, so change isn't happening. Again, this video is not about a specific person. If you take it personally, that's your issue. But I know that recently, we've had someone that we didn't think was manipulative at all become the most, okay, not the most, because there's a person above that, the most manipulative, one of the most manipulative people we've met. And some people in my family totally called it, and I should have listened, and I'm such an idiot. I should have listened. But I didn't, and that's okay, because they won't be coming near me or my family. And I'm not worried about it. They tried to push their weight around and use family that, you know, has, baby. They tried to use family that had, you know, power, I guess, against me and my husband, and it was just, they showed their true colors. And karma's a thing. Everyone has tried to work one over on me or my family. I'm not worried about it. You know, what's meant to happen will happen. Hi, baby. And it's okay. I already know that when I post this video, a few people are going to be like, you're so horrible, you were talking about me. No, but if the shoe fits. And I sound so bitter when I say this, but I don't care. You know, for the one that really manipulated us the most, recently anyway, oh, so good at saying exactly what we wanted to hear. And I think that honestly hurt me and my husband the most. Is he's like, wrap it up, I want your attention. Alright, I am going to end this now, but if there are any comments, or if you're like, oh, you were talking about me, you horrible person, listen to me. Because I wasn't, most likely, unless you're, you know, the one that did it the most recently, or the one that did it the longest. In which case, congratulations, wear your shoe proudly. Alright, here, bye, Izzy. Oh, she's gonna clap for you guys instead. Alright, bye, guys.